Okay, everybody. You know, I feel it already. Like my blood is starting to boil. I didn't even start this thing yet. Post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, October 27th, 2022. So, sometimes this all just is too much. Today's almost one of those days. So let's talk about why. We got apparently, I want to cover this in more detail. Earlier when I did my first report of the day, my pre-market, I kind of, sketched things out for you with regard to GDP, durable goods orders, but I want to go into that a little deeper here, okay? Because of several things that happened today, it's just such I'm going to say it's bullshit. It's bullshit to the highest freaking possible order. I told you I was going to freak out. So, on the back of what is supposed to be some kind of good economic news here, okay, so this GDP number. First of all, the data is all fake. That we know. But this is the spin here. And what they're not telling people is what really gets to me. So, apparently we got this GDP number. Great, took everybody by surprise. Nobody saw it coming. Okay, here we go. What they don't tell you is government spending, which is freaking off the Richter scale, a major component to skyrocketing inflation, is the key here. Government spending, whatever they want to spend. You want to fund wars, you want to, Inflation Reduction Acts, hundreds of billions of dollars here and there and everything else. They count that towards GDP, okay? And, but no one's going to tell you that. And our lovely, illustrious, imbecile president, let me show you what he looks like.
Oh, mommy, man. Frankenstein.
That's what he looks like to me. Every time I see him, and that's what the voice sounds like to me too, okay? So the mummified thing over there, all right, is out praising this number. Followed up by Janet Yellen, Stain, whatever the freak she is, the thing over there. I don't know what it is, okay? You tell me what it is. Oh, I knew I was going to have a meltdown. So Janet Yellen, Stain, she comes out, oh yeah, this GDP number proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that our economy is doing well and is resilient. Let me explain something to you in case you don't know. And I'm sure you do because you're on the losing end of this. We all are on the losing end of this. Despite the fact that they want to float out, great GDP numbers or durable goods orders let's talk about durable goods orders here. Like I said earlier, you strip out transportation, for example, freaking jet planes, which you and I aren't buying today, probably not tomorrow either. You get a negative number here. But again, this is a great sign. Janet Yellen, this shows that our economy is strong, it's resilient, we're doing great. The quality of life for people, not just here in this United States, what used to be the United States of America here, I don't know what this is now, okay? Globally, the quality of life for people is disappearing. It's freaking evaporating. People are struggling here. I mean, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, and the propaganda and the lies and the distractions are getting worse and worse. I mean, look what they do here. They float out the president, whatever it is over there, and then the other thing, Janet Yellen. Imagine that dynamic duo. Unbelievable. Really, you can't make any of this stuff up here. It's impossible to do. So, look, just realize that if you have the extreme displeasure of following any of the mainstream propaganda outlets, that's all you're going to get is lied to, distractions, deceptions. Look here, don't look here. Everything is great. You know it is because we're telling you it is. And if we're telling you it is, it's true. Duh. You know that, right? So what I did, I put my Emanon hat right on top of the freaking End the Fed hat. Nothing wrong with the End the Fed hat. I love it. It's a gift from George Gammon. Thank you, George. But I think this whole Emanon thing here, we could crush the Fed We could change the world. Emanon could change the freaking world. It's all inclusive. Everybody. Doesn't matter what you look like, who you are, socioeconomic status, background, religion, and nothing, okay? Everybody just go out and start doing good, and we can change the world, and we can end criminal organizations like this here. Maybe people would wake the freak up. Why are people being nice to me? I'm not used to it. You know what's going to happen? Let me explain this to you. If you were, let's say, for example, to go out and do a good deed for someone, they're going to question it. For example, this whole Emanon thing, are you seeing some of the comments here? People are like, what's really going on here? This can't be so simple as just doing good. Really? No, that's really what it's all about. Okay, Emanon is about people who are committed to doing one freaking good deed per day, maybe just in a week. Oh, but there's something else here. There has to be something else here. It's the E and the star and the symbol here. It's evil. I know it is. I feel it. So I can't do any good. Good. Stay away. Okay. You know, you reap what you sow. It's you can't make this shit up. No one can make this shit up. It's impossible. Anyway, so just real quick. Look, there's something else I want to talk about. We understand that we're seeing a very incredible freaking phenomenon occur here. Okay. Up until Friday, we had some serious issues, and they haven't gone away. Okay. Here's the clue here. With regard to this global debt market sell-off, we have a complete reversal since Oink Man. Nick the Pig is going to become, he has now evolved or devolved into Oink Man. And Oink Man with Mary Daly, Oink Woman, okay, the tag team between the Oink Man and the Oink Woman here has absolutely caused some kind of a freaking shift here with regard to, could you imagine the power of a statement by someone known as the Fed Whisperer? So you and I know him as Nick the Pig or Oink Man. I don't know whatever name you like better. I kind of like Oink Man, okay? So Oink Man over there, because he's the whisperer of the Fed, so much power that all of a sudden, bond yields, I mean, we're talking about cratering. The 10-year yield, before Oink Man opened his mouth, okay, we were at like 4.32. We've dropped about 40 basis points since Friday. 40! Okay? On the back of that, let me explain this to you, Oink Man. Okay, there's no way that this action that we're seeing right now isn't central bank driven. Who's buying all this debt? I mean, we're talking about huge amounts of it here. Okay? This isn't me. This isn't you. This is obviously massive institutional buying. Duh. Can I get a duh, please? Thank you very much. I told you I was going to melt down today. Oh, I'm getting a stomach ache too. I'm going to give myself a freaking ulcer with this shit. Anyway, you know, I was just writing some stuff down here. It's just, it's absolutely insane. How about this piece of news? You know, look, so Stain, whatever the freak it is, the thing, wants you to, our economy is resilient, we're doing great. New home sales crater, 86% year over year. I would have to say that's more than a crash, okay? I mean, if the stock market would have crashed 86% in a year, I think people, you know, would, I don't know what they would do, jumping out of freaking windows more than likely. But no, you see, our illustrious president said it's great. And the GDP is a proof that his policies work. Oh, yeah. And Yellen, yes, you see, they tag team you. You know, just like Oink Man and Oink Woman, you got Zombie Man and Freak Woman. You know, it's interesting how they do that. It's always how the tag team effort. It's the tag team. It never stops. Pay attention to this stuff here. Watch generally what they do. They'll float out this person to say one thing, someone else to say the polar opposite, or they get one person to agree with another. It's always a tag team effect. You understand? And they always play the same kind of game. So twisted. So this phenomenon here, and I covered this earlier today. I want you to think about what I'm going to tell you or outline for you right now. This issue here with global bond yields cratering, a complete reversal here. Let me tell you something else about that. It obviously has driven a pretty phenomenal stock market rally, 5 days in a row of the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbing. Today, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ fell under pressure. Yesterday, the NASDAQ actually fell under pressure as well here. Look, this is also not normal. We need to see a little profit taking, and who knows, maybe we'll get some. But I really don't believe at this point that the issue of this debt market, which is the greatest threat to human life on the planet Earth, you all know that here. It's going to implode. This is just a Band-Aid effect. Probably, more than likely, this is gonna sustain itself until after the midterms. After the midterms, I really feel that there's a high probability of two things happening. Number one, some type of a false flag. Number two, which may be because of that or an effect of that, we're going to see all hell break loose. There's a high probability of this. So look for false flag, look for all hell breaking loose here after the midterms. You see, it's a game that is again played by the military-industrial complex, those that really run the whole freaking freak show, and I think that's pretty evident. So on the back today of this stock market, which, like I said, Dow finished positive and S&P, NASDAQ lower here. Gold and silver also under some pressure. Bitcoin still around over 20 grand at this point, looking okay to me. Crude oil catching a bit here. Okay, the euro today took a pretty big hit. Look, the deal is, central banks, I hate central banks. There's no one in this world who hates them more than me. I just detest these organizations anyway. They're out to kill all of us, and I mean this in the literal sense. Anyway, they're determined to finish what they started, and they're not going to stop. They will continue to inflate the money supply. Meanwhile, tell you that they're trying to combat inflation. With the ECB, there's a lot of talk that the ECB, as well as the Federal Reserve, is going to be pivoting. They're going to be backing off from their aggressive stance. Look, they can do whatever they want to do, obviously, and they certainly will, but it's not going to stop the fact that these institutions are determined to crush the global economy and determined to crush the people with it. They're going to suck as many people in it as they possibly can. They need as many people as they possibly can get to become dependent on the system. This is why they're creating the economy, creating slaves, dependence on the system. The same system that they're destroying, so they can issue in a new system with a minimal amount of outcry. I think you are all aware of that, and a lot more control. Clear, right? You and I have been speaking about this since time immemorial. I think that you get it, all of you. All right, look, I think that's what's going on here. With regard to this debt market, I'm telling you, I think there's a very high possibility of a snapback, meaning this issue with now all this cash going into debt, into the debt market, is going to come out, and it could be very, very rapid. So I want you to keep your eyes on that as well. I'll keep you on top of this. You see the MMRI? It literally fell off of a cliff since Oink Man. I have to have these names for people. You don't understand. Otherwise, I literally can't sleep at night. The things just go through my head. Oink Man and Mummy Man and the troll, gnome, whatever these things are, they just float around my brain. Got to get them out. The only way to get them out is to give them a nickname. All right, look, so that's it, people. Look, I will see all of you tomorrow in the lovely morning. It's going to be lovely. You know what? Tomorrow's going to be lovely. I'm going to tell you something. Most of you know already that my best friend in the world is Ed Hall, who's tomorrow, Edward Hall, Pearl Harbor survivor, one of a few left on this planet, is going to be 99 years old. He lives with me. I take care of him. Anyway, I wish more of you could meet this guy because he is a gem and he's a national treasure in my view. And I don't know how much longer he's going to be around. I would like to say for much, much longer, but unfortunately his health isn't doing great right now. But I'm taking care of him. I promise you that. I'm taking care of him, and he's doing okay. So, maybe you want to wish the guy an early happy birthday. I'll tell him that from all of you. His birthday is tomorrow. Anyway, with that, people, I'm going to let you all go. Love you a lot. Please share the video. think about what I've said here. Does any of this make sense to you, or none of it? Am I just kind of like out there in some wacky place that's not on the elemental chart? I don't know. I'll see you in the morning.